Yo, welcome to the Marketing with Andrew YouTube channel, and today we have a good one. This is a marketing webinar I was in with a lot of people who have great ideas that they want to bring to life here on YouTube. This is my first video on the Marketing with Andrew YouTube channel. So if you enjoyed this, please give the video a like, comment below what you want to see next, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading these more often because I find them super valuable and awesome. I actually feature
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live Q&A Monday, where you guys ask the questions and I answer any of your guys' questions. If you have any questions, please drop it in the chat. Hello, Frederick, Max, Kathleen. We got more people. Narisa, Hannes, Magla, Prasant. Welcome. Lovely to see you guys here. So I wanted to start off with two things. And the first thing is, if I can get this to work, Cody is now making a series of posts in the school group that are essentially quick tips. So you can see here that we have this new category here called quick tip. And then he is every single week. I think we had a meeting yesterday. He wanted to do either 1 or 2 times per week. And these are quick, fast things that you can do to increase your views and grow faster. So there's a lot of really good. For example, start subscribing to all your piggyback channels, continue to seek more and grow your net. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And some of the principles that I've applied to my life is the more I watch my piggyback channels, the better my videos become, because I know exactly what is going on and how to improve my own videos based upon what other people are doing. So just wanted to give you a quick heads up. This is happening and it's amazing. Some of this content is some of the best in the world. So keep a lookout for this coming through here. The second thing that I really wanted to talk to you about, and this is going to come as a quick tip as well, is don't eat chocolate so you get pimples. Stop doing that. And also no pizza. No pizza, no pimples, no chocolate, no pimples. Everybody knows that. No, the second thing, seriously, is front pages. So the home page of your website. Oh, no, sorry, the home page of your YouTube channel. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. Let me show you an example from my own Metaverse Investor channel. And I didn't do this for, literally since I started. But I want to show you guys what you guys should do. And this is homework for the week. Or if you wanted to do one task today that literally helps your entire channel for years, this is the one task to do. And I encourage you guys to do it right away while we are doing it right now. So I want to go in here. So I'm on Metaverse Investor right now, and I want to go to your channel. So just click in the top right corner, click on your channel. And here, it's important to add some things. So if you guys have done nothing with your channel so far, you will only have this bar here. So this is the only bar that you will have, and that is it. So you will not have any of the other ones. If you haven't posted any shorts, you will not have shorts here, and you will also not have popular uploads, and you will also not have a trailer. So I'm going to show you how to add that right away. So you just click on customize channel, and here is where you can go into your channel and customize it. And here you see the different types of videos that you can add. So first of all, I would love for everybody of you to add a channel header or a trailer. And the way to do that is just click on, you need to have an add section, and then you can have like channel trailer. I don't even know. I think it is, if you have in the top here, it says channel trailer, just click on change video and then add one of your top videos. So one of the most popular videos that you have, or I would argue the #1 most popular, add that as a channel header or a trailer. I'm missing those words there. The second thing is that you can add sections. So if you only want to do the quickest thing right now, add a channel trailer and add the most popular videos. So you can see that I have popular uploads here. This is, I already added it. I'm gonna show you how to do it. If you haven't done it, just click on popular uploads. That is one of the fastest ways right there. Add the popular uploads to the top. Then you have uploads. Then you have shorts videos. If you only have trailer, popular, and uploads, one of the best things, and if you have a playlist that has some systematic steps to it, I would really want you guys to add a playlist. And you can see that there are many different types. You need to click on single playlist. Here, we have three playlists, and we don't really use playlists much, but this is the time where I would have playlists here. On my previous channel, I had a lot of playlists because they were segmented each and every one, like a 6-part video series, where every video was good on its own, but they're all interconnected. So I would have something like watch this first. Now we've changed a lot of the content to not be like this anymore, so I don't want to have this one here, but you can add some of your favorite videos as a watch first there, and have the title of it be enticing. You know, if it's a weight loss channel, have start here to lose weight in the next 30 days or something. I think I'm going to speak with the scriptwriter to make specific content for a channel trailer. What is your thoughts? You can absolutely do that. I think if you are going to do that, I would highly recommend looking through one of these tutorials, which is called, I think you can find a lot of content on it. Origin story. Russell. So if you would do a channel trailer, one of my absolute favorite templates I would follow is the ClickFunnels origin story. He has a tutorial probably right here, the hook, story, and offer. It's also called an Epiphany Bridge script. Epiphany script. And it essentially is, or I don't really want to reveal the niche that much, but checking through these Epiphany Bridge script, and let's, for example, say this one, funnel scripts, Epiphany Bridge script. I would not go through that one. This one is really good. This tutorial by Miles Beckler, I would recommend giving this to your scriptwriter and then telling him, hey, write a video just like this and make it short. Like if you want to do a video just as a channel trailer, I would recommend doing it 3 or 4 minutes maximum, maybe even less than 3 minutes, because they're just like, this is who I was before, this is what I did, and then this is who I am after. If you want to join, click it. That's like kind of the full circle there. All right. So that is essentially the trailer and the popular uploads, shorts videos, everything like that. This is crucial that you add to your channel as fast as possible. If you don't have this, you're missing out on a lot of views, specifically when they click on a view channel and you don't have a channel trailer. There's nothing there to entice them except your uploads. and your uploads might even not be the best videos. So make it look nice, make it look sexy, and you'll get a lot more subscribers like that. All right. Any questions around that? Everything all right with it? So what I actually wanted to do today, because last week we had such an amazing training where we're talking about, a lot of you guys probably remember that we talked about this last week, which was the process or essentially the feedback loop of greatness. And it looks something like, my internet is really slow. This. So you guys remember this from last week, right? The hypothesis, action, result, feedback into a new hypothesis, into new actions, into new results, feeding that back again and getting it circular just like this. This is the evolution of humanity, and this you probably, even last week when I talked about it, you might even have started looking at your life through this lens that there's nothing that is linear. There's nothing that is linear. Everything is a circular pattern, and you can find and define yourself through different things. That's why, for example, one of the people that never get success is the people that learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn more and then never take action, because action takers are the winners of this world. Now, I want to step into this deeper. And once I learned this, my complete worldview changed from essentially, if I do this and I don't get these results, I'm a failure, until if I get these results, I iterate the results and obviously learn from my mistakes and then get new results. But beyond that, there was an amazing video series that I watched that completely changed my life. It led me to read an entire book twice, integrated into my entire channel, into my entire business, and my mindset shifted when I met this one person and watched this one video series. So I really wanted to make this today like we're in school and we're bringing out the TV. We're bringing out the TV and we're about to watch some videos. So we're actually going to watch a video together. And it might be one of my favorite videos of all time, specifically when it comes to this process here, how to manage and all of this stuff. If you guys have questions during the video and stuff like that, please feel free to ask the comments. I'll always answer the chat. On top of that, I want to ask you guys a question. I want to do a channel review next week. I know that a lot of you guys have sent your channel into review for Cody. He has about 10 channels that he's doing quality inspection for now. Last week, I personally did about 7, 8 channel reviews as well. I'm sending out 3 more today. So yeah, be on the lookout for those quality inspection and channel updates. So if you guys, if any of you guys want to have a channel review public next week, that we can do some quality inspection, looking through videos and stuff like that, please let me know and I will do that next week. But that's it. I want to show you guys the single greatest video that I have watched that changed my mind and life forever. And I want to introduce you to the person that is the expert at this. And his name is Paul Akers. Paul Akers, we're going to have an introduction and everything like that. So I invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy. If there's any questions that pops up during this, please let me know. And you're ready to get started now.
Do you want to decrease your inventory costs and increase your profit margins? How about decreasing waste and improving the quality of your products? Lean manufacturing is the key to achieving all those things. And Paul Akers, well, he's the expert in all things lean. In this interview, Paul Akers shares principles, concepts, and routines for a
We're
lean
just gonna play at 1.5. Is that all right with everybody?
business culture and lifestyle, and it will change your life. An author, innovator, TEDx talker, international speaker, award-winning business owner, the list goes on and on for Paul Akers. And his life and business.
Oh, it's very laggy. Let me actually really quick. Thank you for saying that. I am uploading some stuff, so it might be because of that. We can just see bits and pieces. All right. Okay. Let me see what happens if I click on new share, optimize for a video clip. Let me see, and then maybe stop my video and let's see if that works better. Let me know your feedback now. Oh, I paused my sharing. Let me see. Does it run smoothly now?
It's 50,000 square feet and it cost us $2.2 million to build it. It would cost anybody else $5 million to build it. But because we applied lean thinking to the way we did it for a fraction of the cost. The bank president, he comes in and says, Paul, I've never seen.
How is the video going for you now? Still freezes. Yeah, my internet here is not as good as it is back home. More blurry too. When the teacher brings out the TV to play a video, but the DVD is not working. Okay, can we try once more? And if it's still too blurry, we can try something else. I really want to show you this.
Business so well run in my entire life. Particularly in light of the fact that I just won Business of the Year. I was making a ton of money and things were rocking and everybody wanted to work for me. Everything was going right. That's why 3Sing is the most important activity anyone will ever do to learn lean manufacturing and become a lean thinker. Lean.
How is it doing now? Is it still bad? Still freezes, and then it shows freezes and shows not in sync with voice. That's sad. Let me see if I can find a document trying to, I did some notes. My bad. Let me show this. Oh, Akers. I don't even have the notes on it. Man, yeah, it seems like we are not able to watch this video. Turning the quality lower. Okay, let's see. Let's see at 240. I don't think that's a good. Let me just see. There is a thing that was uploading. Now it's completely uploaded, so it might work now. Okay, let me know. We can turn it on 360 and
thinkers can see waste and systematically eliminate it in every process.
now it's working. Yeah, it is on YouTube.
In every.
Okay. If you guys see any lagging and stuff, please tell me. And if not, we can continue watching, which is awesome.
Thing they do every day.
My favorite improvement of the year has got to be this pneumatic magnet dispenser.
And I also want to preface this. This is like they're manufacturing like tools and stuff. Don't look at that. Look at the mindset and the thinking and the action behind everything. And of course, we do YouTube, but still, even though we are doing YouTube, this is the best thing ever that I have been going through.
Sensor that Lucas made.
And look how fast this is. Eliminating a bunch of motion. That's lean manufacturing. That's lean thinking. So first of all, this is FastCap. Welcome to FastCap. And the interesting thing about this company is there's no walls. So this is the office, and there is the shipping and receiving and manufacturing, everything, which is very unusual. I don't know of a company in the world that is like that. So we deliberately did that because we want to connect everybody together. We want to connect all the work together. So they process an invoice, and boom, it goes right to the shipping department right there. They don't have to walk through a door or tap on a glass or anything like that. Everybody's in direct communication, so it's very unusual. The next thing you'll notice is it's a beautiful building, very open, tons of windows, 140 windows here, which lets lots of natural light in, so it's a really pleasant place to work. The floors are immaculate. It's all polished concrete. We don't have any custom floor coverings anywhere. Everything's just very simple, very lean. And this building is a miracle, to be honest with you, because it's 50,000 square feet and it cost us $2.2 million to build it. It would cost anybody else $5 million to build this, but because we applied lean thinking to the way we did it for a fraction of the cost. And most people can't even get their head around a building this size, building for that much money.
So that's crazy. They built it for actually half of the cost it would normally do.
Tell us about what lean manufacturing is. What are the basic principles?
The most basic one is the ability for these two eyeballs to be able to see waste. If you can identify all the things that are going on in your life, both at home and at work, that are not changing anything, that aren't adding any value, and then you do something about it by eliminating that, that's lean. So I'll give you another example. When you make this coffee, we'll take this coffee right here, okay? So the Woods had to make this coffee. And the first thing they had to do was get a cup. So they had to walk 2 steps and grab a cup. Then they put the cup underneath there. Then they took the puck thing out, and then they slammed it down and got all the coffee out of it. And then they had to walk over 1 step and wash it out maybe, and then walk back. Well, guess what? No coffee has been made yet. That's waste. That's non-value added activity. It isn't until that they push that button and the coffee is actually coming out that value is being added. It's only at that moment. Only for the 30 seconds or 15 seconds that coffee came out was value being added. The rest of it was all waste.
So the main principle is
to get to the value. To get to the value added activity and to be able to identify all the things that are really not changing anything. You're not paying for someone to walk to take 1 step or 2 steps to get a cup, to get a lid. You're not paying for that. That's not what you came there for. You came there to drink coffee, to nourish your body with coffee, to get a caffeine buzz. You know, this whole idea, the Japanese word is called muda, M-U-D-A. Muda means waste. It's this little tiny word with 4 letters, and it is so powerful, but most people in their lifetime will never understand it. That's lean manufacturing. That's lean thinking. Now, in the front of all of our...
So there you saw that this basically has to do about finding waste and eliminating it. All right. This is the reason why we talk about, not having so many platforms to post on. This is one of the reasons why we have the systematic process of making videos. So a lot of information and things don't go to waste, and that we get to the value as fast as possible. And obviously the value for us is when the viewer gets to watch our video. That's the value.
Inventory racks are build cells. We have about 700 products, and there's about 50 build cells where we actually build the products. And we've done it really just a 4x8 section. It's very flexible. We can change it for whatever product we need to build. We have little stations set up with jigs, and it just really works well. We have the inventory down below. We build the product up above. Just a great system. Allows for a lot of flexibility. Now we have an automatic shrink wrapper, which allows our people to build pallet loads because we ship a couple semis a day. And what happens is they just drive that onto there, push a button on the forklift, and then it automatically starts to spin around. Now the operator can go away, do something else when it's done.
Isn't that amazing? Literally no human task. There was no human that touched this, and it actually happened immediately. Just like that.
Automatically cut.
That's what I call busy work. Distracts you from doing the important stuff. Great point, Andy. I completely agree with that. It has to do with, for example, if we think about YouTube videos as we need to finish all the steps and then a video comes out. A lot of people, they will say doing busy work, like Lena is saying, which is, oh, I'm going to check emails. Oh, I'm going to do research. Oh, I'm going to do this other thing. I'm going to do this other thing that is not the value-added activity. And all of those things are waste, So it's important to figure out, okay, is this helping the script? Is this helping the video editing? Is it helping the voice actor? If not, it's a waste, and eliminate it altogether.
Cuts itself, and the operator comes back and retrieves the pallet,
puts the label on it, and it's off into the truck. It's a very efficient system, and it, again, relieves the burden off our people. But we don't want our people to work hard, we want them to work smart.
The bank comes in a week before the Japanese come into my company. The bank president, he comes in and says, Paul, I've never seen
This is one of my favorite stories here. So he says, let me start it from scratch here.
So we don't want our people to work hard, we want them to work smart.
The bank comes in a week before the Japanese come into my company. The bank president, he comes in and says, Paul, I've never seen a business so well run in my entire life. The best run company I've ever seen, best well organized, managed, and everything. Because I'm OCD. Everything looks perfect. And he said he was willing to give me any amount of money I wanted. Now you don't give money to small startup companies. I don't have an MBA. So they don't really like to give money to people like me. But he said any amount of money you wanted, because this place was so dialed in. A week later, the Japanese walked into my plant and they delivered the message, you're clueless. You don't know what you're doing. I asked him, can you help me? And he said, well, I don't know, you're clueless. You don't know how to manufacture. So the bank sees what I'm doing and says it's unbelievable.
Right.
But the Japanese, who can see waste and understand value versus non-value,
say you're out of your mind.
I don't know what I'm doing. And so,
what an interesting contrast.
A very interesting contrast, particularly when in fact I just won business of the year, right?
That was the same year.
I was making a ton of money, right? And things were rocking and everybody wanted to work for me. I had this young hip crew, everybody wanted to work for me. Everything was going right. I had a couple inventory problems. That's why I hired the Japanese. They had manage a couple inventory problems. So then they came in and in 1 week, they took processes that were taking me 45 minutes on those machines right over there. 45 minutes to 5 minutes. So every
You hear that?
time we did an operation, it took us 45 minutes. And they, in 1 week, through small little improvements, got it to 5 minutes. And at that point, I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So I started listening. I actually got on a plane and immediately went to Japan, to Lexus and Toyota, to see what they were doing. And then when I saw the contrast of what Lexus and Toyota was doing compared to all the other American manufacturers, I go, oh my gosh, I'm not even on the right planet. I don't even have a clue. And that's when I became crazy about it.
Isn't that amazing? Just seeing that he won business of the year. He has a bank manager or something saying, I'll give you as much money as you want, just ask me for it. And then you have the Japanese that has a completely different mindset, right? That says you have no idea what you're doing. That's like opening your eyes and seeing these things for yourself that, oh shit, there's a lot of stuff that I can improve. And he will go through how to improve all of these things right now. And one of the biggest ones is eliminating waste.
But all these cells are all the different products that we make. So as we get an order, so these are called Kanban cards. So if there's a Kanban, someone grabs a Kanban card, goes into a production cell, and then builds the product. And that's what all these cells are. They're all work cells right here. These are all the different Kanbans. The whole company's run on a paper card, just like this. So they would bring their Kanban and they would drop it into here, and then they would start building the product right here. So everything's set up in nice manufacturing cells so they can work really, really effectively and efficiently. So it's really, everything we do here is very simple.
Yeah.
But most people don't realize the importance of great processes.
I see all these red lights on every aisle.
Yeah.
What are they
That's
about?
because we have this massive forklift, which is down there being charged, which is called a turret forklift, that the man goes way up in the unit, and we don't want anybody down that aisle when that forklift's in there because it's massive. So the red light goes on and it tells everybody visually, don't go down that aisle. Exactly.
Yeah, you've got quite a bit of merchandise going all the way to that.
And we move through a lot of it. We ship 2 or 3 containers sometimes every day. Could you imagine that? I mean, that's a lot of stuff getting out of here.
I'm trying to quantify it either in dollars or in...
Between $100,000 and $200,000 a day.
Wow.
Damn.
What tools can be implemented to have lean manufacturing?
There's just a few simple tools, and here they are. The most important one is something called 3S'ing. It means to sweep, to clean everything. So the first thing you do when you start your work, the first thing they do when they walk into their studio, the first thing you do when you sit down in your office is you don't open up your phone and look at your email, you don't turn on your computer.
Right.
You look at your office and say, what can be cleaned here? And you start to clean. You clean the dust, you clean the windowsill, you realize the cables are all bunched up in the back of your computer. And you sweep, that means to clean, you sort, you take all the papers that are on your desk. Like if you go down to my desk right now, you'll see there's hardly anything on it, right? And I'm a busy guy, but there's nothing on it because I've sorted, I've taken all the crap that's piled up on most people's desks and work area, and I got rid of it. So you sweep, you sort, get rid of the things you don't need, and you standardize. You create standards on how you do work. We tell people to do that for 10, 15 minutes a day, max, no longer than that. We do it for a half hour here. The reason why you 3S is to find problems. So it isn't to keep a neat, clean place. Look how clean this place is. It's incredible, right? It's a factory.
Yeah,
you can eat off the floor. We don't do it for that reason. We do it to find problems.
Interesting.
Because when we clean, we go, oh, why is that dirt accumulating there? Where is that dirt coming from? That dirt's coming from the seal in the door. That's faulty. So then we go and fix the seal in the door, and then we don't have the dirt there anymore. So we saw the problem, then we create a standard that alleviated the problem. We call it a countermeasure. That's why you 3S. That's why 3S'ing is the most important activity anyone will ever do to learn lean manufacturing and become a lean thinker. So what you're...
All right, that was an amazing lesson right off the bat, where effectively cleaning your space, your process, your Trello board, right? Cleaning your YouTube channel the purpose is not making it clean. The purpose is to find problems, you know? So when you guys are, let's say you're looking at your Trello board, or even you are looking at your analytics and you're seeing, whoa, this one video didn't get any views whatsoever. Then you can be like, what is the problem? And then you got to dig deeper and find out, oh, the problem is the video editing wasn't fast enough. And then you leverage the countermeasure that he was talking about to improve that product, that problem, so it never happens again. And that is exactly why they're doing this every single morning, creating new standards, and these are called standardized processes. And so cleaning, sorting, and standardizing is the exact process of finding the problem and then completely overcoming it. While some people just say, oh, that's a problem, I'm not even going to fix it, I hope it doesn't happen again. You know, that's the opposite.
You're watching is a process that was taking us 3 days to make all these custom parts for a customer. So I went down to the shop because I love being in the shop and came up with some ideas on how to eliminate waste and motion and transportation. And we have to drill these little aluminum parts. We have to drill them twice. So number one is I was noticing I was reaching up to this handle all the time and taking my hand away from the work, and then it was having more setup time. So I said, how can I change that? So I simply took a bungee cord and then put a bungee cord to act as a spring, and then put a piece of webbing on there, and I hit it with my hands, and away you go. And then as we were doing the improvement with our team, somebody noticed, hey, if we make the stop on the outside parameters of both sides, we don't even have to pick the part up and flip it around. So you can see I drill one side, push it over to the other side. Then we have an air nozzle on there blowing all the debris away, which we learned from Walters and Wolf, which was really cool. We took a process that was taking us even as long as 3 days to make these parts, and now we cut them and drill them in 8 hours. Gigantic improvement.
So you guys might have seen that they added like planks on each side and a compressor that was blowing air just to make it as fast as possible. And these improvements didn't happen once. You heard that he had one person look at it, make an improvement, it got faster, and then he got another person to look at it, and then he found another improvement that made it even faster. And this is extremely important to learn, that improvements, even by tiny 2% increases, can make the entire business, just like he said earlier, make a 45-minute process down to 5 minutes.
I show up in the morning, my first task is to make an improvement, help other people make improvements, and make sure that we're cleaning and looking for things that are out of place. So I spend half an hour doing that. I go to the morning meeting. After the morning meeting, first thing I jump into is making sure everybody's trained on what they're doing. So I'll flit around for the first hour from person to person, just watching them, making sure they got all the processes down, making sure they remember everything, making sure they're doing it right, answering any questions. Once I'm sure everybody's got everything going, then I'll jump into it and I'll start working on stuff and finding improvements, coming up with improvements, jumping out to check on people again. And then I do a lot of running around, figuring out where everybody should be at certain times, kind of balancing the workload around the facility. So I talk with Alicia, the production leader, and Lauren, the shipping leader, and kind of judge their burden, where they're at, and move people around between them a little bit. And
that's your day?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Big circle of all that, and it's fun. I get to make a lot of things, build a lot of jigs, help a lot of people learn to run a lot of tools and make a lot of things. And we kind of call it the School of Fast Cap, and I really like how much I get to teach everybody all day.
Nice. Yeah, there's always change, man. It's cool to see that.
Yeah.
What do you call people that are just overly obsessive about little details?
OCD.
OCD.
Yeah.
But this is a different.
Oh,
this is a different principle concept.
Paul, whoa. I don't think I've ever had anybody ever in my life ever interview me and get what you just said, ever. People think because they're OCD, they're lean.
Right, well that's
and
my point. We're going against the conventional thinking here.
Nobody's ever said that. Congratulations, man. Good job. It is not being OCD. And everybody thinks, oh, I'm OCD, I'm already super organized, I'm already lean. You haven't got a freaking clue.
About, what's
because
going on?
I'm the most OCD person in the world. And when the Japanese came into my company, this company, they said, you're clueless. I was the neatest, cleanest guy you've ever seen. Everything had to be put away, and he said, you're clueless.
Interesting.
Because OCD is not lean. Being organized is not lean. Lean thinkers can see waste and systematically eliminate it in every process, in everything they do every day. But then there's one step further. The real great lean thinkers and the lean leaders get everyone to do it. Total participation.
That's
a company and an organism where everyone is working together towards the same target of eliminating waste out of every process they do.
I can now live more peacefully, thinking that OCD has nothing to do with it.
It has nothing to do with it. And that's a funny thing, because that's what lean does. It does make you peaceful, because you're not struggling with things. You're enjoying the fact that you're effortlessly going through the day. And the minute it's not effortless, you stop,
and you fix it.
That's a huge lesson right there. And it's something that I've really been striving for to happen in my business as well, that every process gets improved. And for you guys, when you think about it, a process, and we didn't really talk much about processes, but a process is essentially just a checklist of things that happen and in what order that happens. So maybe you guys got a morning process or a morning routine, even though I'm not a fan of, there's a millionaire morning routines. You have a process in the morning. Is it wake up, go to the bathroom, go to the toilet, then you brush your teeth, then you make a coffee? What order is all of these things happening in? And then seeing, oh, I actually watched my phone for the first 30 minutes of the day. Hey, that's a very easy way to eliminate waste. And well, that one is one of the things that pretty much everybody has this issue in the morning. But then you think, how can I become more lean here? How can I make this simpler? If having the phone next to my bed in the morning is the main thing that makes me want to take my phone and waste 30 minutes in the morning, what about if I put my phone outside? What if I put my phone out of reach so I can't even look at it the first thing in the morning? I have to get up. Is that going to increase my is that going to eliminate the waste? And how can we systematically eliminate that waste? But first, the easiest way is to look at your processes, basically write a checklist of, I do this and this and this and this and this and this. And then you say, oh, which one of these are just completely not value adding activities, and then just eliminate them. And then what is left on your checklist is only value added activities, right? Then you find out, how can I do those value added activities even faster or with higher quality? That's when you really see the improvements.
So what top 3 problems can a lean culture solve for business owners?
Well, the biggest one is hair on fire. Your hair's not on fire. I mean, most business owners walk in and they're just the master firefighter. They're just walking around putting out fires. I'm the savior. I'm the smart one. Oh, where's the next problem? Let me solve it.
You don't have that with lean.
You don't have that with lean. Everybody's solving problems. So the fires are like little tiny. Oh, let's tweak that instead of these big problems and chaos that's going on all the time. So the number one thing is hair on fire, right? Maybe number 2 is happy employees, people that want to work, people that want to stay, people that want to invest their life in an organization that is functioning at a high level. So just those 2 things right there. Do I need to say any more?
No.
I mean,
and these dogs here are just,
everyone can bring their dog.
everyone's just an incredible little addition to this business.
They're everywhere.
What do you think about lean?
It's a family, and we want people to feel good about work. And we don't mind if they stop and pet the dogs and everything, because if they're happy and they feel good at work, they're gonna work.
Absolutely.
If you ask anyone here at FastCap, I was the quietest and the shyest kid here.
You're the second person that say that.
Did not talk to anybody. Now I'm talking to sales reps. I'm talking on the phone with other people. I'm talking to customers. I'm talking to all different types of drivers that come in here. Deliver, who receive, everyone. Just it's wonderful. Customer could walk in through here, and I know, okay, I could take him there. I could show him this. I could show him that, and my communication skills got a whole lot better.
That's cool.
And I think one of the biggest things that helped that is the morning meeting. We do morning meeting every day, and everyone takes turns doing it. So every about month and a half or so.
No option. Got to do it. Your turn.
Well, it's fun.
Right.
It's fun. It's part of the lean culture. So I love doing it. It brings me out of I'm not in a comfortable zone. It's really uncomfortable for me. I hate it. Standing there, but I love it at the same time because it pushes me to be a better person, to focus on things that I'm not good at. And lately, I've noticed it from when I first did it to now. It's improved a lot, but there's still tons and tons of room for improvement.
That's great.
Over here, all the paper for every day of the orders is color coded. Monday, Tuesday. So today's Monday. All the orders were put on pink paper today. Now, the entire company is managed through this one little board here that's made out of OSB and painted with brown paint. So if you look up here, you can see the burden of the company. Is there a burden on this company right now? There's none. Everything shipped. Everything ships 2 hours fax to truck. From the time we get the order to the time we make it, package it, and ship it, 2 hours. So at the end of every day, we go home completely finished.
You can sleep at night.
And we sleep at night. And so the next
Wow.
day, everything's going to be printed on this color. And if this whole board is filled with tons of colors, we know there's a burden on the company. So we can allocate the resources, get more people over to the shipping department to ship. So wherever the burden is, that's where everyone moves. Very flexible environment. And it's based on all these simple visual controls. So look at these visual controls. This is incredible.
Clipboards.
So these are clipboards for next day air, second day air, UPS, FedEx, all the different ones. So a customer calls and says, I need something next day air. We're not just going to put it in the queue. We're going to put it on a clipboard, right? Because it needs to get special care. Because if we miss that, then they don't get their job done, right? So at 4 o'clock, before the cutoff for next day air, if all the clipboards are not back in here, what does that tell us? Oh, something didn't get done. Go find that clipboard, get that job done. But as soon as all those are back in,
Voila.
we know everything got shipped. So this is hair on fire. No one's hair is on fire, right? Because we have a process to make sure there's nobody running around like, oh crap, we didn't get it out.
I don't see how businesses operate
Any other way?
any other way.
I know that's
If they
what
still make it work
That's why I
somehow.
laugh that people don't get this. When people don't get this, it's just like, what? You don't get this?
Yeah.
It's so simple, it's unbelievable. And all these ideas came from our people just making these improvements all the time.
My favorite
This is the best
improvement
part
was
of
this
it.
jig.
Like, this is the continual improvement steps where obviously this board here is truly amazing. It's like a to-do list, but the to-do list just gets done each and every single day. And do you guys think that they started off like this? You know, I don't think they did. I think they started off with like a little to-do list, and then they're like, how can we improve this? And it's like, oh, let's do it Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday. And then have different colors. So we know, okay, we wrote this to-do list item on Monday and we still haven't finished it. Why is that not finished? We have this to-do list item on Tuesday and it's Friday now and it's still not finished. How in the world does that happen? And then identify and improve that process again and again. Even with the clipboard with special care, amazing invention, because they're inventing things, you know. And this really hit me hard, where I understood that I have to invent things as well. I have to invent new things that's never been created before, take bits and pieces from other things that I've learned and make things my own. Like, I have a KPI tracking tool that I never got from anybody else that is completely invented by me, but that saves me a ton of time. And on top of that, it saves me, or it doesn't save me, it gives me the KPIs, which is the key indicating performing, key performing indexes that we are looking for every single month. And that happens, and we got like 70 of them of what is happening. Where's things going? How many did we do of this? How much money did we make last month? How much was our expenses last month? How many videos did you guys post last month? These are things that we're tracking, but it's something that we had to invent. And it started off really bad, and then it just gets better and better and better and better. Every person that I bring into the team that looks at the KPIs, I ask them, what can I improve here? What is a waste here? And then I really reflect upon, you know what, the thing that I did in the beginning, it's not the best. Let me improve it and let's make it better. And so you can see how both of these systems that we talked about last week and on top of this, the next or this week, work hand in hand together to create like true, real success in the future. And yeah, take a look at how they continually improve, because I think, yeah, there's many best parts of this video, but this one is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
It's so simple, it's unbelievable. And all these ideas came from our people just making these improvements all the time.
My favorite improvement was this jig that will sort your waste and your actual product when you're cutting custom caps.
So all the waste is just falling down there, and the real product is coming out right here. That is very cool, Malin.
My favorite improvement of the year has got to be this pneumatic magnet dispenser that Lucas made. And so before, we had one like this where you have to manually just pull it every time. It's slow, it's a lot of movement.
And the magnets are inserted.
The magnets are inserted. Now, we have this pneumatic device, which down here, we have our pedal with our Pokioka sign on it.
And what's the Pokioka sign do?
Makes us remember that we have something down there.
So nothing gets run over it.
So nothing gets run over it.
So it's in with the Kanban. So when you put the Kanban back with the finished product, the Pokioka says, hey, don't forget the foot pedal.
Yeah, and put it back.
Well, that's a great improvement right there.
Mag strips here, and this nice little holder that attaches under the table.
Look at that. Look how clever that is. Okay, so that just plugs in. So it's a quick change build station. So as you need to build it, you go.
And then we load it up, all our mag strips. When we're ready to go, place it in here, the foot pedal, and it magnetizes right to the front.
And keep going. Keep building them. Keep building them.
When we keep building them.
So this tells you how many you have to build to the red. And look how fast this is. Eliminate a bunch of motion, right? Wow, and look at this. It's all stacking up right here. Very cool.
There's 6, right?
Not bad, Lucas.
Thanks.
Amazing stuff.
how did you first discover the idea of being lean, and what prompted you to incorporate it into your own business? In a nutshell.
Well, it's a great story how I first discovered the concept, although I didn't get it. I was in San Diego, and this was about 3 years before the Japanese came to my company. And a friend of mine said, you got to come see this business. It's incredible. And so I went and saw this business, and it was a cabinet making company with about maybe 20 employees. And when I went in there was no activity. They weren't building any cabinets. And there was no inventory. There was no lumber racks. There was nothing. And I'm going, what the heck is going on here? And I'm a cabinet maker. I'm going, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Somebody's trying to fool you.
Yeah, somebody's trying to fool me. And I said, what's going on? He goes, well, we have a slow day today, so I don't have anybody building cabinets. They're all doing maintenance. They're all doing 3Sing on all the equipment. So nobody was making any cabinets, but everyone was going around polishing, cleaning, making everything perfect, oiling the machines, doing all that stuff. And there was no stress. And I walked out and I said, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Because I'm used to inventory, all activity, people building stuff, loading trucks, getting everything up.
So at that time, you didn't get the lesson.
Oh, I didn't get the lesson at all. No, I walked out and thought he was the stupidest guy in the whole world. It was unbelievable. Because what he realized is there was no demand. The customer was not asking for anything, so why should you make something? Because if you make something, then you got to store it, then you got to build an inventory rack, then you got to manage it, you got to count the inventory, and then if you ding it with a forklift, then you got to rebuild it. So he understood waste. So he only turned his machines on when there was a demand from the customer. But it was also foreign to me. I didn't get it at all. And it wasn't 3 years later. It wasn't until 3 years later that the Japanese came in and started explaining to me the concept of just in time, only making what the customer wants when the customer wants it. That the light came on. I go, that's that company I saw in San Diego that I thought was crazy. And I'm the crazy one, and he's the smart one.
So this is a principle that is a little bit different, but it's called just in time. And what that means is if they get an order, they make an order. They don't make 10 of it and then wait for 10 to sell. This doesn't really align so that much with YouTube. One of the things that I would cause a connection there is if there's a demand, we can make a video about it. But think about it, if there's no demand for this video, we shouldn't make it.
So this is a fast pipe area. This is where we make, this is called a fast pipe cart. So we make everything. We make the workbenches, we make everything. But then people see this and they all want it, so they want to buy it. So this is where we process the orders for fast pipe. So check this out. So there's no orders for fast pipe right now. Why do we know that? Because of this right here. See this thing? When the order gets there, look at the light goes on. So if the office brings back an order and puts it on the clipboard, I'll do it like this just to show you. Boom, the light lights up. And Saeed, who's over in a whole other department, can see, oh, there's an order. And he'll come over and he'll build it just in time. But we don't build anything unless there's demand. And now look at that. This is another important principle. This is called respect for people. So I could use that piece of paper and I could go out and just put it back in there and they'll figure it out.
Right.
No.
Gotta go back.
I need to make sure I put it back exactly in the right place. Lean office desk in exactly the right direction, because that's called respect for people. Just because I'm the boss, it doesn't give me right to come in and destroy someone's work area.
Right.
And this is the way everyone operates here. Everyone operates with this high level of respect for people and for resources.
You would just save 20 seconds for somebody trying to figure out how to put that paper back.
Or worst case, put the wrong paper, send it to the customer make the phone call, I got the wrong instructions. We're talking hours by the time it's all done.
Just because Paul misplaced the paper.
Just because Paul didn't respect. The core issue was respect.
Okay.
The core issue was a lack of respect for people and for resources. I wasn't respecting the worker. I wasn't respecting my customer. I wasn't respecting the resource of the diesel truck to ship the item all the way there and then have to reship it again. So lean thinkers have a deep respect for people, the time of my customer, the time of my worker, and for the resources that are required to make everything happen. So I'm going to stop, I'm going to pause, I'm going to make sure everything's back, and then I'm going to move on.
That's also a huge principle that is in lean, and that is respect for people. It's so deep in the culture in lean, and so the way to turn this into YouTube is, well, respect your viewer. Are you going to give them the best information that they can get? Or are you going to give them not so good information and just say, this is fine enough? Have respect for your people, have respect for the people that are making the videos for you. And the thing is, with respect goes extremely deep, and it goes extremely far as well. People that respect you will respect, or hopefully you respect them and they respect you. And when everybody respects each other, you see tenfold productivity coming because everybody's happy.
Once you implemented lean manufacturing, how much did your inventory cost decrease? How much did your profit margin increase?
Okay,
loaded question.
So I'm not going to be able to figure out and calculate all the numbers of what you just asked me, but I'm going to tell your listeners and you numbers that will do nothing but astound you, okay?
All right.
So number one, the first thing with lean is if you do it for money, you're going to completely blow the thing out. It has nothing to do with money. It has to do with improving the quality of people's lives. You're process oriented, so work is easier, more enjoyable, so you can deliver more value to your customer, greater quality to your customer. Nothing to do with profit. If you make it about profit, you lose. Guaranteed 100% you will lose. So that's number one.
Let me just repeat that. If you make it about profit, you lose. Think about that for a second.
100% you'll lose. It will never work. It never has worked. I've never seen it work once. Yeah, this is another really cool thing. So all the products are made down there at the end, at the machines down there at the end, and then this is the inventory, and people just walk into these cells and package it just in time and then ship it. And so if they're out of something, they're communicating with the operator right there at the end of the aisle. And then the fast caps are all over here in these bays. So these are all the different fast caps. We make every size, shape you could possibly imagine. And again, the operators are all there at the end making it, and you're in direct communication with it. So it's really, really nice.
You got screws in the cabinet to cover?
Yeah,
This is
all
what
this
you
is
use.
wood. This is like a birch or a maple right here, a white maple. And notice everything we make, even the countertops, everything's made out of particle board, just painted, and everything's customized. We made these bins, these cardboard bins are called our Kaizen bins. We developed them, designed them, so they're flexible and we can move the partitions anywhere we want.
I see that.
So again,
Wow.
when I say we make everything, baby, we make everything. We don't. If we were to buy things off the shelf, it wouldn't be detailed enough or specific enough for our processes. So we just find ourselves making everything, whether it be the workbenches, the way we store our products, the way we manage our work cells, everything. We just make everything.
John saying, too bad we can't apply lean manufacturing to dating life. I bet you could, man. I bet you could. You're just like, hey, wifey, you're doing a lot of wasteful stuff right now, not making me happy. I think he might even have a book on it. Let me actually just really quick then. Lean. Imagine he has. Just mutual respectful communication, then you can do anything. Absolutely. He has one that's called Lean Health. I read this one as well. It's not my personal cup of tea. He uses all the lean processes and how to do health, and I do intermittent fasting. It's worked way better for me. But he doesn't have a lean relationship. But I definitely think that there's so many things in lean that goes completely into relationship, completely goes into your kids and your family and things like that. There's principles that I've applied from this that causes shock waves of beautiful winning on everybody's part. Even some of the process, like being honest and transparent, can hurt another person as a first order consequence, but in the long term, obviously being honest and truthful and transparent has a long-term effect of just complete positivity. Even though it hurts in the first order consequence, it makes huge bounds in the long term. We have about 7 minutes or so left and 3 minutes left of the video. I'm gonna leave on the dot because I have a meeting after this. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. As always, I would love to answer you guys' questions.
When I went into business, I had a problem in front of me. It was to cover a screw hole. I wanted to make my work easier. So I made a fast cap, and it made my work easy. It was to lighten the load of my work. And then when I presented it to my customers, my goal was to solve a problem for my customers. And if I effectively solved the problem of my customers, they exchanged their hard work and time with dollars. If I just said to my customers, I want your money, do you think they would come to me?
I doubt it.
No, but if I said, I have something that can solve your problems, I have something that can make your life better, make your work more enjoyable, make your work higher, raise the quality of your work, would they come to me? Money's never even been talked about. Mm-hmm. So you first go into business for the purpose of serving or providing something to a customer. And when you do that at a high level, they give you their time and money in exchange for it.
You'll never have a problem of profit at that point.
It's impossible. It's against the laws of nature. If you're adding value, you're giving something to someone that they need, they're more than happy to exchange your money for a nice cup of coffee, right? But if they gave you a crappy cup of coffee, would you give them the money? But if I said, I just want money, I want to open up a coffee shop and I want money, are you going to give it to which coffee? No, they're providing something of value. And it's the value that you're in business for.
Yeah.
To deliver that quality product, that service. And the profit is a byproduct.
That's just a huge business lesson right there. Providing value, like understanding your customers' problems, is really at the core of everything.
Have you guys heard of lean manufacturing? We'd love to hear your comments. Comment below once you've seen this episode. Come back and tell us how you've implemented lean manufacturing in your business, in your life. We'd love to hear it, you guys, so that we can share that with others. You guys, we've had so much awesome content with Paul Akers that we want to make this part 2. So stay tuned.
Part 2 on the next episode.
We're in 40 countries, tens of millions of dollars worth of business all over the world, 3,000 or 4,000 distributors worldwide. And the entire brainchild, the entire brain of the company is in this little office with only 6 people. We've been in business for 21 years. You know how many price increases we've had in 21 years?
How many? 3. In how many years?
21 years.
Can you really change a business 2 seconds a day?
So a lean thinker understands that all these processes that we do every day are just terrible processes. And they are not satisfied, and they say, how can I just shave a couple seconds? Well, if you're shaving a couple seconds off of 50 or 60 processes a day, you got one hell of a company going on.
Right.
And that's what we got going on here. Millions of improvements being made nonstop.
That's the end of the first part. As you might imagine, we're going to watch the second part on the next Q&A live. And he really ended it in the perfect way, because I was about to say the same. It's really about saying, how can I save 2 seconds on this? You know? And then on top of that, it's like looking at your script writers and video editors and voice actors, like, how can you save 2 seconds every time you do the video editing? And that is a powerful question, you know? And it's a question that we really have to ask it more. And for your scriptwriters, like, if I open all my, if I do the research first and then I write, is that faster than if I do the writing and the researching at the same time? You can do a scientific research, or you can do a scientific test on it. Asking your scriptwriter, like, how do you actually do your process? Is it like first you do the research and then you do everything after? Or how do you add the sources? Is there anything I can do to help you add the sources faster? With the video editing, they have to download a lot of videos. Is it like better for them to download all the videos right at once? Is there any softwares that you can use to make it even faster? All of these things that can just save 2 seconds. And that's really what this lean is about. It's not about saving minutes, it's about saving seconds. But usually the things that you save 2 seconds saves you hours. And we've done this through the entire business. And now the things that was so unprocessed and so badly done in the beginning, that had weak processes, just like an early stage development, is now a perfect process that has exact steps, exact ways to do things, and it's beautiful. That is going to be the end of this Monday Q&A live. Thank you everybody that joined me here. As always, leave the comments and questions in the school group. Or specifically, I love your questions. Send me a message on school as well in the chat. I am not as often on school as you guys might know. On Mondays is my core questions and answers, asking your guys' every question, and that's why I have the Q&A live in the first place. So remember that it does take some time to get an answer from me. Cody answers every single day, but for me, I'm on a Monday basis, because every single day I got a full packed week of things to do. That's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your week. Peace and love.